Hey guys, so he asks, any advice will help. I am always confused by women's actions. My wife and I have parted ways and she has been living at her parents' house for the last 2 months. The signals she is giving me are very confusing. She will call from time to time to ask me out, but when I accept, she will find a reason to cancel and say it's because I said something bad, etc. It happens so much that there's definitely something going on and I don't understand yet. Additionally, when she did it again just yesterday morning, I didn't respond that well and directly called her out on it, which obviously was a bad idea. Now she's back to openly telling me to leave her alone, but hasn't taken steps so that I can't get in touch, etc. Any idea how to get her to stay interested and want to actually engage me again? Yes, this is very common what you're describing. I know exactly what's going on. So, all right, give her space. Give her all the space you want, and don't reach out to her at all. Like 100% of the time, she needs to be the first one to reach out to you. And when she does, all you do is say, hey, I'd like to see you again. When are you free? Okay? And she'll tell you, and you'll say, great. And you'll invite her over for dinner. You'll make dinner. That's the date. If there's any wishy-washiness or anything like that at all, you just say, well, it sounds like you're busy. It's okay. We're all busy. Maybe some other time. Let me know when you're free. And that's it. That's all you do. You don't need to get into a conversation with her on the phone. You don't fix anything on the phone. It never happens. Romance happens in person. So if you want to get her back that's what you do. Don't do anything else. And when I mean don't do anything else, don't do anything else. Don't go to breakfast. Don't go hang out in the park. Don't do any of that stuff. Invite her over for a dinner date. Make dinner. There you go. That's it. Anything else, any wishy-washiness, any dilly-dallying or whatever she does, you do the takeaway. Looks like you're busy. Let me know some other time when you're free and get the fuck off the phone. That's it. That should be the only text you send back and forth. That's it. For your situation, if your wife is gone and she's living with her parents and she's calling you from time to time to ask you out, then that means that she's missing you and she wants to see you. And she says it's because you said something or acted bad is why she cancels. Yeah, you're probably acting needy. You're probably doing something to turn her off. Most guys talk women out of liking them. That's just how it is. 90% of the time, guys have a really good chance with just about any woman they want, but they've already done something to fuck it up early on. And they talk her out of liking them by saying stupid shit. Now, I don't know what it is you're saying. And it'd really be helpful if you let us know what that is. But it's obviously a pattern. It happened again. It's happened so much, there's definitely something going on I don't understand yet. So look at your language. Look at the exact words you're saying. And if you're going into a texting chain with her, send some screenshots of the texting, But when you do that, I want you to cross out her name and picture, okay? We want to keep this somewhat anonymous. We don't want stuff leaking out of the group. And getting back to her, obviously. Right. Initially, she did it again yesterday morning. I didn't respond that well and directly called her out. So it sounds like you're probably doing a lot of talking between hand. Like, you don't need to be talking to her at all. If you want something romantic, go towards that. But you see, you're back at square one. And guys think that when their wife leaves, that they're still in a relationship of some sort with her. No, you got to pretend like she's a stranger you met on the street. So you got to talk to her like that. In other words, don't be like, oh, I don't know what your favorite color is anymore. No, of course you know what her favorite color is, but you got to approach it that way. Approach it like set up a date, like, hey, why don't we hang out for 15 minutes at a coffee shop or whatever. When you first start dating, you do like a really non-committal date that's only 15 minutes, see how it goes, then you go on to something better after that if it looks like you want to keep hanging out. So, but for this here, since she's your wife, and she's parted ways 2 months ago, and she obviously wants back, but stuff keeps happening. You're not demonstrating that you've got your shit back together, whatever that happens to be. I don't know a lot about what's happening. And when you're saying something that's showing her that it's just back to the way it was, right? And you called her out on it, which, in other words, she didn't respond that well, and you directly called her out on it, right? Because you're saying, you're probably getting onto her for like, hey, why are you flaking on me? Why you keep doing this? And she, in her mind, she's thinking, I'm testing it out. Has things changed with him? Oh, they haven't changed. And now he's beating me up because he hasn't changed. And that's why it's a bad idea. Usually if it's something that she's doing wrong and you call her out on it, she'll be like, yeah, I'm sorry. But that's not the case here. And you're not getting it. You're not getting what she's trying to say. We read between the lines. So it'd be helpful to know what it is that she actually wants you to change. Like, what is it that she's looking for from you to change? Now she's back to openly telling me to leave her alone. Yeah, because what happened is you're grasping at it, right? It's like a cat. You try to grasp at a cat, it runs away. As soon as you ignore the cat, it wants all your time and attention. So you're not letting her come to you in her own time, and you're getting on to her for not letting her do, and not for her not doing that. So in other words, you're getting on to her for going against her nature and going after what she thinks is her truth. And you got to work well with that. You got to let women come to you all the time. You never chase a woman. That never happens, because when you chase her, this is what happens right here, right? Openly, but she hasn't taken this step, so I can't get in touch. And so you're thinking, okay, well, she might still be interested because she hasn't done that yet. You're very close to that. Don't think that she's not going to do that here very soon. Just 100% of the time she initiates contact. Don't text her ever again. Don't call her ever again. Don't drive by her house. Don't ask her parents how she's doing. Don't ask your friends, have you heard anything from her? Don't do anything. Don't snoop on her on social media. Don't like any of her pictures. Don't like her friends' pictures. Don't do anything that looks like any kind of action that would show that you're paying any attention to her at all. She needs 100% complete radio silence from you. And when she contacts you, don't immediately respond. Wait a couple hours. If she texts you while you're at work, then get back to her like 7 o'clock that night. If she texts you after dinner and you're usually doing something, if she texts you at 7 p.m. and says, hey, I want you to come over right now, I want to see you, sure, do that. But if she just says, hey, what's up at 7 o'clock, don't answer till the next day after you get up in the morning. Oh, I missed your texts. Sorry, I was busy. Hey, what's up? Oh, I don't know. I was thinking about that movie. I knew it was your favorite movie. What was that actor's name in that movie? I can't remember. Oh, it was this. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. When are you free? Right? That's one of her excuses to open conversation with you, but not look like she's coming on to you. But when women like you, they just do stuff like that, and you have to be the one to say, oh yeah, it was that guy. His name was Christopher Walken. And then, hey, when are you free? We should hang out. When are you free? That's all it is. When we should hang out. When are you free? It doesn't have to be, or I want to see you. When are you free? Just be direct, be bold. And then she'll tell you, oh, how about this time? Say, okay. And if she takes it away, then you don't get all butthurt and upset about it. You just say, okay, well, that's fine. I see you're busy. Talk to you later. And then next time she contacts you, wait longer to respond to her. Don't do it the next morning. Do it the next night. Wait a whole 24 hours, because she obviously wasn't respectful of your time and attention, so now it takes a little longer. She's going to be like, why is he taking so long to respond? And then her imagination will work in your favor. She'll be like, is he going out with somebody? What's happening? And that'll work in your favor. Now, this is very tactical. I'm not usually into this tactical stuff, but in your situation, I know that you need this, because if I start telling you about being your unapologetic self and just follow your truth and follow your compelling vision and all these things, it's not going to work for this situation. What we need to do is we need to get your wife back in your house and in your bed. And so this is the fastest way to do it. And then if she does it again the second time, then you wait even longer. And when you ask her, when are you free? You never ask a woman, are you free on Saturday or a specific time? You always ask them, when are you free? When she does that, you wait longer. You wait 3-4 days to get back to her. And she's going to be saying, why are you waiting so long to get back to me? It's like, well, I want to see you, but you don't want to see me, so I'm hesitant to talk to you. When are you free? Let's hang out. Don't qualify it. Don't qualify yourself like, it's been a long time since we hung out, and I think we got things to talk about, and, you don't need to qualify. You never qualify your reasoning for hanging out with a woman. You just tell her what you want and let her respond. It's just like in sales, you say, hey, this costs this, and then you shut the fuck up and you let them respond. You don't need to qualify, because, I got charged this much because of this. No, it's valuable stuff, right? You're valuable. You don't need to qualify what's going on. And you don't necessarily need this woman. So, and I know I'm going a little bit long here, and I'm going past your question. I'm getting a lot more into the other stuff that I get into with coaching, but you want to divorce her from the way she makes you feel. Now, what I mean by that is, make a list and say, these are the things I love about my wife, and these are the things that I want in a perfect partner. And then I want you to say, okay, compare the two, and also just for in your own mind. And then also you want to look at the things you love about your wife, and you need to ask yourself, what if I just went forward in life and said I wanted these things in my life, but it wasn't necessarily tied to a specific person? What if I just want these things in my life? Can I get these things in my life again without her? And you want to divorce what the great things from her from the person, so that you need to go towards that energy. Go towards that energy of what you want as opposed to a specific person. And this will keep you from chasing somebody and thinking that they're super special and that you'll never get it again in your life. Because one of the fallacies that guys think is, oh, I've got this woman, I can't leave her, I got to get her back or whatever, because she's so special, I'll never find it again, which is bullshit. You found it once, you've proven, you have demonstrated with your own history that it is possible for you to do it, which means you can do it again. We won't know how long it'll take, but you're here in this group, so it's going to take a lot faster than it did last time, but you're demonstrating that it is possible for you to do that. You've already demonstrated to yourself. You are living proof of the fact that you can have that in your life, and you can absolutely go towards it again.